The State Minister of Finance, Honorable Amos Lugolobi, together with the team from URA, led by its leader John MUSINGUZI, were appearing before the Parliamentary Finance Committee to defend their revised budget framework paper for financial year 2022-2023.
For the financial year 2020-2021, we collected 13.976 over the 3 quarters. But for this financial year, the current financial year, we've collected 15.466.
You have to grow your GDP. You raise the tax collection measures and you don't expand your economy. You are asking URA to milk a cow without feeding it properly.
According to Mr. John MUSINGUZI, they expect to collect 25.5 trillion in the next financial year 2022-2023.
Collection target for the financial year 2022-23, as already indicated by the Honorable Minister, is at 25.546 trillion, of which the net tax is 23.745 trillion. And the non-tax revenue is 1.791 trillion.
Mr. John MUSINGUZI has called upon Parliament to give them a hand since they have been underfunded to accomplish their obligation.
The URA budget requirements for the financial year is 726.65 billion. But the MTF budget allocation to URA is 521.43 billion. Therefore, the funding gap is 205.22 billion.
Mr. John MUSINGUZI has told the committee that they need 21.99 billion to facilitate welfare of URA staff in the next financial year.
Also to motivate the staff as we fight corruption and rally them to do this work honestly. There is need to incentivize staff and also to look into their welfare, but also to retain skill, because a lot of the trained staff continue to leave the organization for greener pastures. So this will require about 81.99 billion. This is the funding gap on that item. Altogether, the non-wage coming to 271.876 billion.
However, members of Parliament, during their reactions, they have welcomed URA's submission, calling upon government to fully fund their budget to accomplish the obligation of URA.
The funding gap of 205 billion is not given. This country will forfeit 4.3 trillion shillings.
To me, meaning that if we give this 205, they would raise 4.3 trillion. And when you add it to the 25.5 trillion, you'll come 30 trillion.
We should increase the investment in the ICT requirements for customs.
Joseph Selwoza, Full Dream TV News.